Hi everybody, welcome to the astrology chat for March 1st, 2024, Rabbit. So the keys for today are to allow yourself to continue to engage in emotional awareness and spiritual integration about who you are and where you're going. Especially since we are going to be approaching a new moon in Pisces that's going to be asking you what your new dreams are. And so use today and use this energy as we come up to this new moon in Pisces to really allow yourself to check in with your body, with your mind, with your spirit, with your soul, with your emotions, with all of you as a whole entity, not as a compartmentalized being, and say, where am I? What do I feel? What do I want? What do I desire? What am I working on? What am I releasing? What am I seeking to understand? What has shifted for me? What is shifting for me? What do I want to support? What do I want to release? All of these really valid questions that are integral to you being a fully present and activated spiritual being in a physical body. And I say this because we continue to have the moon in Scorpio. This is the house of desire. This is the house of energy. This is a house ruled by Mars and Pluto, where the subconscious and your actions are closely aligned. And this is a house where we can read energy, right? I'm a Scorpio. Most of you guys know this by now, but I'm a Scorpio stellium. We see the unseen, right? And it's this ability to see the unseen that allows us, and all of us have it, you all have Scorpio somewhere in your chart, that allows you to transmute energy from A to B. But it is a process, and it's a process that's actually beautifully supported today. We have the moon, yes, in an opposition to Uranus, so there's a little bit of a wild card today. The universe wants you to pay attention to something. It wants you to see something. It wants you to notice something. This moon is also in conjunct both Chiron and the North Node in Aries. There's something about your subconscious. There's something about your actions that need to be adjusted so that you can have that healing and that you can have that growth and expression of who you are really becoming. So there is an assessment of what needs to be released here. Scorpio is a point of release, right? So allow yourself to be honest about what you need to release. Now, we also have the moon in a square to Mars. And so this is where you're going to be aware of like what you actually desire and how you're acting are not lining up. And this isn't an indictment of who you have been or what you can do. It's just a gentle reminder and push that you can change what you're doing. You can change your mind at any time. You can change your actions at any time. Is it going to be uncomfortable? Yes. Are other people going to have reactions to it? Yes. Does that really matter? No, because this is really much about you doing what you need to do for your spirit so that you are living a life that's authentic. Does that mean that you stand up against injustice? Does that mean that you engage in soulful and intentional conversations? Whatever it is for you, do it, because that's what your spirit is calling you to do. Especially since today we have the sun in a sextile to Jupiter, and this is a really beautiful energy. You do have to be careful about going overboard, but the sun in Pisces meeting Jupiter, it's this very philosophical, very spiritual, very expansive energy that's available. And especially when you add the fact that Venus is also in a sextile to Chiron, this can be very healing. There can be this kind of magical aha moment that's brought by that friction of the moon opposing Uranus and the moon squaring Mars, and those in conjunctions to Chiron into the North Node that bring you towards this place of, oh, I get it. Oh, I see. Oh, I don't really need that anymore. I don't really want that anymore. I can use his energy for something else. Or that thing doesn't really honor me. This relationship doesn't honor me. We are in the season of endings, right? This is the sun in Pisces. This is the last house. This is the end of matters house. So things are ending for you. Not so that you can feel bad about what you used to engage in, but to remind you that you have a whole new beginning in front of you. Use it intentionally. Use it for your healing. Use it well. And that happens every day. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.